quick content warning before we begin. This episode includes dark themes of war and violence within a fantasy setting. Listener discretion is advised.
Greetings, Wanderers. I'm Chris, and you've just stepped into the world of Wanderlustdnd. Welcome to Avasha, a city of innovation and intrigue, where steam and sorcery intertwine and the boundary between dream and nightmare is thinner than a clockmaker's wire. Here, forgotten machines seek purpose, rebels hide in the shadows, and secrets tick away like gears in the heart of the city. New episodes arrive every other Wednesday, so oil your gears, tighten your bolts, and prepare for adventure. For hidden lore and glimpses behind the curtain, follow us on Instagram, links in the description. Now, take a breath and step into the clockwork world of Avasha.
Hello, and welcome back to our 79th episode of the Labyrinth of Thieves campaign. We are your hosts and storytellers here from Wanderlustdnd, ready to dive into tonight's episode. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel as we post new episodes every other Wednesday. So, the games of cruelty and lies continue, looping around all of you like a tightening noose. While Al attempts to get a bit of rest, carefully guarded by Razlair and Lyraxis, Gizmo mingles with the guests, witnessing some slightly concerning moments when one of the marked lambs was revealed. Both Marked and Hunter were quickly whisked away by the lady of the house, with little reaction from the other guests. Strange. Elsewhere, tucked in the dark, secluded corner, Tarlyn and Caché met with Lady Eltaine to speak plainly regarding the inventor's next steps. Lady Oakenthar had high demands for her and her family's safety, which Tarlyn didn't hesitate to accept, securing another powerful name to the rebellion. Tarlyn quickly tracked down Enya. Al linked all of your minds together, and Tarlyn approached his confidant and lover. When it became clear that Tarlyn had a change of heart and was going to hold the assassin accountable, Enya struck, driving her dagger into Tarlyn's collarbone in a fit of rage. Caché shouted down the bond, and Al and Gizmo, you hear Tarlyn's pain radiating through your connection as he drops to his knees. Enya has then dashed away, despite being slowed by Caché. She has rushed into the darkness of the vineyard until something has made her scream. So, I will get you all. So, Gizmo, in a turn of fate,
I completely forgot that I rolled IASP. That never.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
How do you guys do this?
You are at the top of the round. I'll give you a little bit of time, though, to think. You and Al are approximately, let me measure. You are approximately about 25 feet from Caché, 35 feet from Tarlyn, and Gizmo, you can just see Enya 50 feet away from you. Al, she's 55 feet away from you.
55.
55.
I can see her.
You can see her, I think.
Ooh.
Can you see her from your angle? Oh, you actually can't.
I can't.
No, you should. I think Gizmo's in your way.
I can see her in the map. I was just wondering with
Yeah.
the clip and stuff if I was still within sight. That's great.
Yeah, you would be still within sight. So you two are kind of, a little bit higher up. You're and the rest of the guests are just behind you. It's Caché who's currently in the temple with Tarlyn. But Tarlyn is kneeling in just a pool of his own blood. Darkness is radiating off of Caché. I think you're moving forward towards him, Caché. Was that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Gizmo, Al, can you both give me a perception check, please?
Yes. $26.
Oof, okay.
10.
10, okay. It's all right. That is enough to be able to see kind of what's attacking Enya at the moment. What you see is a massive metal construct swiping its claws down and biting down towards Enya. This thing is the size of a large draft horse, sleek like a panther, with a hooked, like, flexible scorpion tail, and it's got like a glowing furnace in its throat. I will show you. I believe. Oh, do I have it somewhere? I do. What you see is something similar to that.
Oh my goodness, that's really cool.
Nice.
That's really scary.
Right.
Currently attacking Enya. Gizmo. Top of the round.
Oh no! I've deleted everything. I did actually
honestly,
close the. No, I just closed out of my character sheet
Okay.
window, so I reopened it. Okay. So.
So that is
Okay, so it's right here.
Cat, yeah. And it seems it's just focusing in on Enya at the moment. She's kind of on the ground, putting her arms up as it's biting down at her. Oh.
Now I'd like to move forward.
Loads of
Yeah.
blood for Tarlyn. That
So
seems like
15 feet. I'm gonna go. Can I go to like the? Is this like a? Is this like a cliff
That is
looking
an
down
edge.
kind of thing into the
Yeah.
vineyard?
exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the edge. Oh,
There you go. Yeah. yeah.
there we go. Right, and then I am going to cast. I'm gonna cast Vortex Warp on Enya.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Where are you taking her?
Oh, that's a good fucking question.
Stick her up on a roof somewhere. Can't get down.
No, she's limber. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I'm gonna look around. Is there sort of like any platforms or something of the like where she wouldn't be able to get off of?
I mean,
Or difficult to get off of?
from where you're located,
Yeah.
here, you can
Uh-huh.
see that there is kind of like a little, oh, what's the word? Balcony, in a way, on this temple, up on like the first floor. There's a little balcony right here, on the side of it. This building here, which I think is just kind of dark, it looks like a teeny tiny little bungalow, not that large. But you could put her on top of that. But the panther looks possibly slightly big enough to jump up there if needed.
Right. I don't know if I know this because a Vortex Warp is an action. Can I just Vortex Warp her to like right next to me and can I try and like grab onto her?
Yeah. So it's a wisdom save, I think, for her, right?
If she doesn't want to be teleported, then it is a Constitution saving throw. I will run forward though. I just as this is happening, just kind of thinking like I as Gizmo kind of strides forward and sees this happening, he's gonna shout out,
Okay.
"Nah, not like this!" And then he's gonna cast a spell. So at least he knows that it's coming. It's up to her then after that.
Okay. Roll me either a persuasion or intimidation check.
Either of those are my strong suits. I would like to go for They're the same. I'll go persuasion though, just to choose one. Come on. Don't fail me now, dice.
Oh, no. 2. Okay.
2 total. You should roll the other one.
Yeah, she remembers what she did to you. I think she is going to try to resist.
You don't try to resist? Fair enough. It's Constitution saving throw.
Does the
Yes, sir.
slow do anything? I said slow just has a minus to AC dex.
It's minus a dex saves, I think. I don't think it affects con. Yeah.
Okay. I rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes!
Okay.
I'm gonna like just have her come right next to me.
Do you want her on this side or this? What side?
I'll keep her to the side
This side?
closer to the panther.
Okay.
So she's a little bit still in danger.
As a bonus action, then, do you want to try to grapple her? Just literally grab her
If
in
you
your
will,
arms?
if you allow that, if that was kind of like a whole, I'm literally picking the spot to where she comes is to grab
yeah,
onto
to just
her.
like grab onto her. Definitely. Go ahead and make a athletics, and she will do a contested acrobatics, but at disadvantage. Or no, -2, I think it is. Yeah, it's a
-2. Yes, yeah. Okay.
How?
Another one.
Well, 22.
I rolled another natural 1. What is going on?
Yay!
Jesus.
What the fuck?
The rolls are gonna come. You're gonna come for us later, though.
Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, okay, yeah. So she is fully grappled within your arms.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's kind of more sort of like I'm using one arm kind of like across the shoulder and under and kind of holding back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's looking up at me, like I'm not paying attention to her right now, I'm looking down at the panther.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Lovely. Anything else, Gizmo?
No, that's pretty much my movement to get their action bonus section, so that's me.
Okay. The Urot, the panther, is confused because its target was right in front of him, and it's not there anymore. So it will use a legendary action to, I believe it's C. Where was it? Yeah, to view. It's gonna try to find where the person is, and it's gonna look all the way around, and it's gonna spot Enya here, and it's gonna spot you, and you actually, what you see, Gizmo, from the panther's eyes, the two eyes kind of look to both of you, and they're glowing red, and there's a little, like, almost like laser dot that just lands on Enya's chest, and she kind of breathes a little bit heavier against you, and then it just goes up to your chest. And then the eyes turn blue. And it disengages. Slowly hunches back down and begins to continue on its walk through the vineyard, seeming to be guarding the vineyard only. And you bitch took her away, so now there is no target.
I had a feeling.
God
Yes.
damn it!
Yes!
Well, there's
So
that.
All
only guarding
Gizmo
the
needed was to go first. That's all he ever needed.
I could have ended every single combat if it wasn't fucking Blammo over here and Chrono Wizard. Breathe, sir. No, just move out of the way. Okay, just stop. That's so funny.
Well, shit. There goes my combat. Okay.
Yay!
God. Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine.
I throw a healing potion down Tarlyn's gullet.
I'm holding onto Enya, and I do kind of say down to her again, not kind of even like looking down to her, watching the panther, and I walk back.
Yeah, just and again, it's like it doesn't even it registers that you are no longer within the vineyard section, and it's just off prowling again.
Yeah.
I think we can both agree that it's within your interest to stay put.
Fine. Go on.
Can I go back to my short rest now since I didn't do anything? I've done nothing.
That's incredible.
I have done nothing.
Yeah.
I
literally
literally stood up,
did not-
and then I'm gonna sit back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were literally you were like in the turn order. You were just like, oh.
We got this.
Oh, like, oh, it's already over. Okay.
Yeah, we got this.
Yes, you can go back to your short rest.
Okay.
I'm sorry for ending and ruining your.
So funny. No, it's okay. I need a moment. Hang on. Okay. Let me get you back. I guess over here.
I'm sorry.
It's totally fine. It's amazing.
I guessed. I was like, it looks like it's protecting the vineyard. I protect the vineyard. Then what if she comes up here?
No, but seriously, think about it. If you had not gone first to do that, if Caché had at all stepped out, it would have
That
been
was it.
after
She
her.
was targeted. Yeah.
Or Tarlyn. Tarlyn might have run out, so who knows?
What would he do? Bleed on it?
Excuse you. I have more hit points than 100. Thank you.
That's and he heals back 20 from the healing potion.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so just let's pull it back here for my own brain as well. So,
Yes.
Enya is like holding on to the metal arms of you, and the dagger is still in her hand, but you notice, I'd say, Gizmo, because you're and you're holding on to her. Her hands are shaking, and she's like her knuckles are just white from gripping onto that dagger. Caché, you rush over to Tarlyn, and he kind of like he's falling backwards almost at that point, and he's like grabs onto you, and you give him 20 points of healing. Okay, the dagger went and pierced the opposite side of where his prosthetic arm is. It's like his actual arm. And you notice that from the prosthetic arm, though, the veins are bulging in the side of his neck, kind of almost going up the side of his face. This eerie kind of cyan blue. And he just looks at you for a moment, and kind of between like a bit of blood coming out, he just says, "Something's wrong." He is going to make a wisdom save. That fails. You see the scion move up further on his neck, and Caché, he grabs you by the throat, that prosthetic arm.
Oh, fuck. It's the fucking virus.
Yep.
You have a moment
Do
to
I
act.
am I aware of this?
Yeah.
Am I, like,
You can see
am I
this happen,
outside?
yeah. And you can see that Tarlyn, he was like looking up at Caché, like pulling at her almost, and then suddenly he just, it's like his body just goes stiff, and he just grabs onto her throat, and that's what you're seeing.
Question.
Yep.
I've seen his arm a few times. Does it look like Haytrix, that it can be taken off? That there's a way to.
Give me an investigation or Arcana check with advantage, because you've dealt with Caché before, or with Haytrix.
Can I also ask, are they within 60 feet?
They are, but aren't you short resting?
I am, but look, if Cash is
21.
getting strangled,
I will say you notice that from the bond as well. You're like, oh, someone else is
Yeah.
getting strangled.
oh goodness, why not a moment's rest? And I cast
Slowly hobble down.
Momentary stasis on Tarlyn.
Oh, okay. What, Caché, what were you gonna do too? You guys.
21.
21.
21 on that. Yeah. So can I see a release mechanism on his arm?
No, not at all. This is hardwired into his body. This is an older version, while Haytrix's is newer, modern, in the sense that it could be removed very cleanly and not have any effects. This looks like it's actually been integrated into his nervous system on the side of his body. So there is... with a 21, it's pretty clear there's no kind way of removing this arm.
Gizmo, what do you think? Are we chopping it off?
Holy god, the Caché.
Will I move away if it's motionary status?
Yeah, he can move away.
I'm saying out to Enya, did you do something?
This is the virus. Also, please, could somebody restrain him? This isn't going to last forever.
She just stays quiet.
Yes. I will.
He drops
I will
from
tie
the
him
momentary
off.
stasis. Wait, I have control again. I'm sorry. What's going on?
You have the virus, Tarlyn.
Yeah, sort of bad news. Sovereign virus.
Oh, get out of my head!
Yeah, someone still needs to tie him up, I think.
Nope, fails again. He starts to get up.
Yes. So why did we listen to him?
Begins to get up. And it's just a blank look on his face as he moves towards who's ever.
I will. I have a paralyzing bullet. What does that do again? I don't have the definition of it.
That.
Yeah, that one actually is a one-hit KO.
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
Funnily enough. Hang on.
It's labeled paralyzed as a trick to the enemies.
Paralyzing. Slight grooves holds a small yellow vial. When they shatter upon impact, the creature must make a con saving throw or become paralyzed for 1d4 rounds.
Okay, I slide a hand that bullet into the.
You shooting him?
Yeah, into the. Well, like, what? Listen, it's a vial, as you said, so it's really just an injection process.
I mean, yeah, but it still needs to be attached to a bullet. Like, it's still a bullet, so.
It's an aggressive vaccination process.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He'll be fine.
It's a vaccination with a bit of spice.
Yeah. Yep. Aggressive vaccination.
No problem. Go
ahead.
Point blank. Point blank. Roll your damage because there's no way you're missing. Wait, where are you shooting him?
Wait, is there damage to these bullets? Surely, like it's not going to be the same as a regular. Because as far as I know, it was a vial, like it was not a vial that just paralyzes them. No.
Yeah, but it does the damage of your gun.
And paralyzes.
It's still a bullet.
So you might kill him, but you also might cure him of polio at the same time.
Yeah, listen. We'll give it a go. As long as it doesn't do over 20, I know it won't kill him.
Okay, Tarlyn is moving towards you, Caché.
Okay, that's fine. That's only a 9. It's only a 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
get it right in the shoulder.
No, 9 damage.
Like... 9 damage, and he needs to make a con save. Okay. Oh my god!
Another one.
No, it's a 2.
Yes.
What the fuck is happening? Okay, he fails, so roll a d4 so you know how many rounds he's paralyzed.
A d4 fell to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to find that.
Find that. That's not good to step on.
Yeah. Yeah, so, that is 3 rounds.
Okay, you have...
Okay, inventory.
I'm up. Someone please
talk.
I'm gonna
just-
pull out some rope and just
I
hand
have-
someone.
You rope. Okay, yeah, we'll tie him up with rope.
Enya is
Um,
going to try to escape you while you're distracted.
To be fair, I'm not. I'm trying to keep my attention on her.
Yeah,
Okay.
Caché, would
Okay.
you mind please
Okay.
tying Tarlyn up?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm dealing with Tarlyn.
All right. You
Yeah,
are.
I got
You
some
are
proper sailing knots.
proper sailing.
Sky sailing knots.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you tying him? Are you tying him to anything, or are you just tying his
Oh yes. Is there what's on the walls around here? Is there pillars? Is
There's
there
big, massive there's the fox statue in the center of the temple, and then there's these big, massive pillars that are kind of holding it up that you can walk under and like walk around. Yeah, it's kind of like the image that you're seeing.
Okay, perfectly. He's getting tied to a pillar then.
Okay. I'd say you have enough time. You are very skilled, ex-air colonel, so you can easily tie your lieutenant to the pillar. And he's got his hands back, and he's like, "Is this really necessary, Caché?"
Yes. You've tried to attack me twice.
Yes.
Where is she?
Gizmo has her. Maybe we should tie her to a different one.
What do you say? Are you gonna play nice?
I still think we should tie her up.
Hold on, I want to hear what you have to say.
Fine.
Alright. We're all here. A directory. I'll keep hold of her. All we want is a conversation, right? Isn't that right?
Caché begrudgingly nods.
I look to Tarlyn as well.
Yeah, that's fine. You see him resisting the effects, but he's Gizmo. You now see, because you can see him straight on, that the veins in his neck are bulging. That kind of bright cyan, which is the same that you saw on the creatures that you fought. He's not looking good.
So from just... Like, am I able to make maybe like a quick medicine check to kind of get a general idea of... Is this progressing at the rate now, or he's literally got like minutes, hours, days left?
2 questions for you. 1, did you tie up Enya? Or are you just...
I'm holding on to her.
Okay,
That's why
cool.
I'm not examining him. I'm just like,
Totally
from
fine.
what I can see, I'm still with my focus to hold on to her.
Oh yeah, no. I'd say make a medicine check at advantage, because you've read the files over and over and over again.
Stored in my computer brain. Straight intelligence, that is a 23.
It's pretty clear he has minutes. You remember clearly that the note said that if the virus reaches the brainstem, there is no coming back.
So we need to chop the arm off now.
It's too late. If it's gotten this far, there's nothing to be done.
Or something.
No, we could.
I
It's
wouldn't say that.
say we have minutes
Was it?
until it's irreversible, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not
Oh.
irreversible
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying you
Sorry.
minutes till he dies.
No,
I was like,
no.
alright, well, he's dead then. Like,
No. Sorry, that was my bad. I'm still just about the fact that the combat is just gone.
not fair.
No,
Okay,
what I
ice.
mean is that you
Yeah.
can tell is that he's got minutes until that reaches his brainstem. Like into the
And from what I've read, if there were a way, I know it is attached to him, but if it were possible to extricate this from his body, the arm, that could save him.
Nothing in the notes talk about wanting to stop it from spreading. It all was about letting it spread.
I suppose based on the notes I've read and like any notes that have been made about how it's been made to spread faster, can I reverse engineer like what would be the methods to then do the opposite of that? Like what are the things that they made note of? Like, oh well, don't do this because it stops the spread or something like that. Is there anything
like the rewrote Humphrey?
Okay. Okay. If what you do know is that this virus very much affects construct-based, prosthetics, but also like a construct itself. But it has to have almost kind of like a humanoid host, if that makes sense. You know, or at least I guess you can kind of guess, Tarlyn doesn't have any other prosthetics. This is what he has. If it was just the arm, it'd be different. It's the fact that this is interwoven into his nervous system. You don't really know if it could be reversed at this point. Like a poison, it might need to be removed before it spreads. I don't know if that helped.
Removed.
What can I go after?
But I mean, yeah. See, it is a bastardized version of the living code. So one of the things that the notes did talk about is the fact that it's implanted in prosthetics because that's what it could be implanted in, and then it starts to learn how to be organic.
Is it possible? I'm really spitballing here.
I love it.
Is it possible that I could try to interface with whatever sort of base firmware that this has and try and go after the virus I have bestow virus from Mold. I'm wondering if I can use that as a potential an anti-malware, or even just a quarantine, something that could at least isolate the virus and provide more time.
Use Gizmo or Venom as a dialysis machine.
That's another way you could try and pass the code into my body.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't affect it, but it would affect you in the same manner, right? Because you were technically...
He's not biological. And nor is
I'm
Venom.
somewhat biological.
Illogical.
Well, Venom is not biological in any way.
Yeah, but I don't know if it I think it needs currently in the virus's current form, it needs a biological mechanical interface. I think if him being purely mechanical, it wouldn't work. It would have to be me, because I'm the only one that has a full biological mechanical construct.
But then what if you just get the virus? And that's it.
Well, we have a few minutes to decide, or it's Tarlyn.
We know Venom can't get the virus. But are we sure the Venom can't pass it through his system?
I mean, my understanding of it would be that it would be just two different operating systems, two different sets of code. I don't think it would work. This is a modified form of the code that is what gave me the life that I have. I share a lot of similarities with the envoys, but I'm not one of them.
if this goes wrong, we're losing both Tarlyn and you.
It's not
Well,
worth it, Gizmo. Don't put yourself in this. I'm not worth it.
Well, I think I disagree.
Why?
Because you care. You care it so deeply. And while I don't necessarily... We've had our disagreements on your methods. I could only hope to care about something as much as you do. About your city. And about its people. And if we don't do this, the Vashalierium loses something important. And that matters more than just my life. Please let me try.
He kind of looks up to you, Caché, to you, Al.
There is tears streaming from Caché's eyes as they poof away into shadow. As they roll down her face, she looks at him. I trust Gizmo. And I can't lose you again. Can't lose either of you. I believe you can do it.
I'm going to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
I was going to say I'm going to gently release Enya. And I'm going to turn and look down to her and I'm going to say, this might not work, so if there's anything else that you want to say, this might be your last chance. And then I just like turn and now my focus is on Tarlyn.
Okay. Al, just want to check in with you.
I mean, at this point, with Enya being released and everyone focused on Tarlyn, like, can't really do anything. Not going to try and sway Gizmo about this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, at least we've some time to try and figure out what happens to Gizmo. So I'm just going to focus on Enya and make sure that she doesn't try anything fucking dangerous.
Okay.
Don't fuck this up, Gizmo.
No, I won't. I believe in us. And I believe that I can do this.
I trust you. And kind of winces again. You see the the kind of scion move a bit more up his face, and he, because he's tied, he can't actually attack you, but he jerks against the restraints, and he's like, it wants me to eliminate you. And he's like fighting it back. And
It's alright. I've got you. And I'm gonna put my arm out and kind of, from whatever bit that's hanging out from the rope, kind of do the forearm grasp. And as the arm grabs around, the fingers sort of like almost dislocate and wrap all around, each like finding a point connecting, extending out, completely overlapping, and then you just watch as Gizmo's entire, like, every Ethereum core just slightly dims down as if he is not quite in his body anymore. I am going to, through the interface, try and cast Bestow Virus, targeting the Sovereign Virus with a 3-stage plan. One is destruction. If that fails, containment, quarantine within. If that fails, take it within myself and quarantine it there.
Okay. You cast Bestow Virus. And I think we're going to take a little break.
Snap.
Snap.
That bitch Enya said nothing.
Yeah.
She could have come clean right there.
Enya's a bit...
I'm
The
keeping
DM's a bit shocked.
Yeah, a lot has happened. This was supposed to be like 2 hours of fighting a robot panther, and now
Completely, we're interfacing into the virus of the I mean, I need a moment.
Gizmo coming in.
Holy
Clutch this game.
shit.
Oh my god. With that epic Vortex Warp and now this.
this has been going well so far. I don't really. It's very helped by the DM's terrible rolls.
Yeah.
1, 2.
2 1s and a 2 so far.
Yeah, greatly assisted by that fact.
I rolled another 1. Oh my god. Like, what the hell is... I'm gonna change this dice. I'd like to put a content warning for the rest of this episode, as it explores the brutal realities of a city under siege. It contains vivid descriptions of wartime violence, imprisonment, and torture. While these events occur within a fictional fantasy setting, the themes may be disturbing for some listeners. Please listen with care. Gizmo. With the heartfelt moment you had with Tarlyn, you wrap your arm around, or your hand around his, and interconnect as you described with your fingers. Your core dims a bit as you interface with Tarlyn, the prosthetic arm, mainly hunting for the virus. And it's in that moment that like the memories almost that you experienced with the envoys, the times you've been ripped into the dream realm with Caché. You see something in the distance of whatever distance you are in, what liminal space you find yourself. You see fire. Another small bit. Shadowed buildings begin to take shape around you, but they're misty and half-formed, as if fragmented from a traumatized mind. You can see before you, the street is paved with mud and blood and people screaming, and those little scion cracks funneling through the streets. You turn your head slightly and you see two individuals running like past you, pulling a small child with them. Immediately you see a family of drow and a very, very young 10-year-old Tarlyn being dragged behind his mother. Bombs are going off. Fire taking over the streets. You see, like, kind of following them and moving with them. They're following those scion cracks all throughout the ground. And you can see these almost beast-like creatures dressed in blues and crisp golds, with firearms in their hands. They're have these helmets on them. They're a mix between nightmare and reality. These imperial soldiers, as they throw people aside, shoot them where they stand, take over the streets, set fire to the buildings. Do you follow them, Tarlyn and his family?
Yes. First, can I just get like a quick sense of like how have I formed here? Like, do I have my body? Am I more sort of a floating consciousness? How have I manifested, I suppose, in this world?
How have you manifested, Gizmo? I'll leave that to you.
I would think that because of the particular interface that this is, it is actually the most organic form of me that forms. So Gizmo as a sort of like translucent, kind of somewhat spiritual, somewhat solid, kind of verdant green and light greens, but is formed as a sort of glitchy, glyphing fairy flying.
Okay.
In that liminal space.
In that liminal space. And you're that kind of verdant green, like your hair used to be, right?
Yeah. That, and then, but like see-through and kind of like very digitalized almost.
Yeah, digitalized, exactly. And you notice that as you have formed in this space, in your most organic self, you notice that verdant green is luminous from you, and those scion cracks in the ground are already changing to match you.
Oh,
just by your presence, but it's like, I'd say it's like a 10-foot kind of like situation.
Well, that's still a positive.
Yeah, it's that presence. You're like, you're on top of the yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, no, absolutely. I will fly along, trying to kind of zig and zag to influence as much as possible. But yeah, following along with Tarlyn and his family, or what assumed to be his family.
You get bits and pieces of words. You hear, we have to go, we have to move, and it's like, there's too many of them. They're taking over the city. What is going to happen to Simbaro? You know, they're just continuous conversation between the two of them as they're dragging Tarlyn through, and he's just looking around, and you recognize Tarlyn from his facial features and his facial structure, but also that he still has a scar down the side of his face, even at 10. So you're like, this kid was a little punk ass from from an early age. But they're running through, and again, you're as you move behind them, that code changes to that verdant green, and it stays as you move forward. You watch as his parents bring him down into the sewers. So many people around are trying to do the same thing. They get blown aside, shot. It's just an absolute terrifying war zone. Something that, Gizmo, I don't think you've ever experienced. Never to this level. I mean, you've been in dangerous situations with this party, but this is
war.
This is war. This is his life. Since 10 years old. They make it into the sewers, and a horrible scene takes place. But from the eyes of a 10-year-old child, you know what's happening, Gizmo. But you don't quite know if Tarlyn fully understands. Except that you watch as his mother turns to him, gives him one final look, and pushes him to another section and tells him to run. And in the background, his father is shot. The mother turns and is shot as well. And Tarlyn just barrels down this other passageway within the sewer. You can hear the Imperial soldiers chasing after him. There's others around. They're being shot. They're being taken as prisoner. And he makes it out. And there's a moment alone. He stares up at his city, burning, being completely taken over by the Imperial soldiers. And you feel this moment with him, Gizmo. And that's when you notice that figure that you saw in the dream. No longer hanging or suspended, but has 3 fingers in the back of little Tarlyn's neck, funneling the virus, forcing him to relive this nightmare, these dreams that the virus itself was experiencing. You see the manifestation behind Tarlyn. What do you do?
So 1 second. Just want to check. I am a little fairy right now, so I'm not going to go and attack him. But
well, what did you come in? You came in with 3 ideas: destroy, contain, or
yeah. So that I suppose that's the thing. Like, first thing first, I'm going to kind of fly up to this thing to get a better sense of this. Like, how powerful is this thing? What way is this going about this? Is it dangerous to try and remove it from Tarlyn right now?
The sovereign virus makes no note of you at this time. It does not seem to know that you were there.
Okay. Which implies that it has at least a level of awareness.
I will say, with just, you don't even need to make a roll for this because of the amount of experience you have with constructs and with code and everything like that. This thing, it doesn't look like it is a full manifestation of this virus. It is a section. It is fragmented. It is not strong. It is just not expecting something to infiltrate.
Okay,
in this manner.
so like, all right, so kind of like from the investigation, I kind of can see like, oh, this isn't like the core of where it's built up. This is like a spread out thing.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
It's
In
a
that
weak,
case,
it's a weak point, if that makes sense. Like, it is just a simple little section that can be cauterized as you do with poisons, removed. How do you want to interact with it, basically?
Yeah. I mean, I think like from like Gizmo's perspective is that he can out clever this. So I feel like he's going to go up and he's going to go to the behind, up to the back of the manifestation, and he's going to put his little hand out, and he's just going to try and override what the capabilities of what it's doing and modify it into a benign thing.
Brilliant. Go ahead and make me... I don't even know what checks. Like, this is so... like, this is on the level of the freaking USB stick in this world. Like,
We should have created like an artificer skill.
yes, you know what? You are right. It should be an artificer skill or something, because this is literally what you do. So,
Oh,
intelligence, definitely. No, not investigate. Arcana, because technically it is connected into your.
okay. So I'm rolling Arcana for this.
I'd say an Arcana check or an
Arcana check. Yeah.
Yeah, do an Arcana check.
Yeah. Awesome.
And these DCs are crazy, so but doable. I'm gonna do a Brennan Lee mulligan on this one. I'm gonna say this first one here is a 17.
17. $18.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is how we tell stories. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. You place your teeny tiny little hand on the back of this manifestation. How do you destroy, remove, absorb? You came in with 3 different ideas. How do you do this? You succeeded, so.
So what I would like, so what it's doing is it's taking 10-year-old Tarlyn and it's forcing him to relive it, like his worst memory over and over again. I'm gonna override it so that it finds some of the happiest memories that Tarlyn had before the war, like, or just little moments that he had with his family, just the small, the little brief windows of light amongst the dark. And it is that gets replayed, and it's the good times that he's forced to remember.
Okay. You override this nightmare that Tarlyn is reliving, and everything around you changes. Light is breathed back into this space. The city of Sinborough, you see that it is a tiered city. It rises up towards the sky. It is a massive, almost slightly puts Manira to shame, size city. So it was obviously a target of the Empire. And if they could get their hands in here, then this would be, a big win. So you kind of basically put that on replay for teeny tiny little Tarlyn. The manifestation just like codely like dissolves. And you can see that from where you are in Tiny Tarlyn, it just spreads out that verdant green. You have cleared this section. And you feel a little tug at the back of your head as you turn and you see that scion cutting into another memory.
We'll follow that path, that glowing path.
Okay.
And turn it all green.
Turn it all green. Spreading, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Pausing, yes, I want to go back to Caché and Al for a moment.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
I was wondering, would it be possible
Just for a moment.
to
Give you breath.
to cast Fortune's favor while he's doing this on him? On Gizmo?
Fortune's favor on Gizmo?
Yes.
I don't see why not. Yeah, I mean you've watched him dim. I will say short rest. Technically we're supposed to be resting.
Which?
Are you resting or are you casting the spell?
I don't think I've been resting since Tarlyn started strangling Caché.
Okay.
Well, sure. When I came down, I figured that was it. Like, you know,
Okay.
I was like, look.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, so you can cast Fortune favor. That's no problem.
Yes, thank you.
What are you giving him?
I will Fortune's favor.
Or is it just one?
I will take out a little pearl, and I will hold it against him, and he gets to basically re-roll if he needs to.
Very good. You get one re-roll. You do that. You feel the arcane energy of your hope, your desire, funnel into Gizmo, and Caché. I'd say Tarlyn when is still gripping onto Gizmo's arm, and his head is like completely back, and his eyes are just glazed over, and you just notice tears coming like streaming down his face, not like horribly, but just like off the sides. Yeah, and he's just still basically.
Sweetie pie.
Yeah. And what is Enya doing?
Oh yeah.
I was keeping an eye on her now.
You are. Oh no, you totally
Yeah.
are. Caché, where are you? Are you near Tarlyn?
Yes.
Okay, so you are like next to him, basically.
Yes.
Are you doing anything else? Are you?
Well, I want to know what Enya's doing first, so
Okay.
I can kind of.
Fair enough.
Before I do anything
and
else,
Tarlyn's
it's
tied
based
up
on what
anyway.
she's doing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I completely understand. Al, you being over closest to Enya, because she has not moved since Gizmo let her go. And you hear under her breath, it wasn't supposed to be like this. It wasn't supposed
What do
to
you
be
mean?
like this.
Would you care to elaborate?
He's sick. Like, more so than what he had before.
You mean he's not just got the sovereign virus?
I don't know what that is.
Oh. It's not good.
Did you all know
And-
about this?
In some way, some part, not entirely. There's been a lot. It's been a very confusing thing. I mean, look, you have your own machinations. You have no idea how many other people's machinations we're also trying to track.
She goes quiet.
For what it's worth, I believe that you thought you were doing the right thing.
Interesting. Persuasion and or deception?
I mean, he does. In as much as he believes that any fucking... Like, most lunatics think they're doing the right thing.
Okay. Persuasion, then. Like, okay, yeah, go on.
That's not great. That's a 10.
10.
Like, you say they just think, oh, you did the right thing in the sense of like, well, if you do want to kill 10 people very quickly, going for the neck makes a lot of sense. Is that the kind of is that the vibe?
I mean, someone just went after my partner and stabbed him in the neck, so like, you know. Okay, so a 10. So she kind of looks up at you. What part exactly? Because I let my emotions get the best of me. I have worked very hard to win him over, and it all came slipping through my fingers.
Well, that's kind of generally a risk when you try to manipulate people.
Yes. Don't I know that?
I mean, look, it happens to everyone. Honestly.
You knew how to genuinely love, like you told him. You actually cared for him. Or is all this about some bigger goal that puts people at risk?
People are always at risk, Caché. They're at risk even
But
when
you
they're
don't
with
have-
you.
That's so, but at least I try to mitigate it instead of create more of it.
Oh yes, be up on your high horse and think you're better than all of us. Well, some of us don't get to be like you. Some of us have to fight to survive. And do whatever
What do you think
it takes.
I've been doing?
Yeah, well, you
What
just
do you
get
think
things
I've been
handed
doing?
to you.
Do I?
Yeah.
Shows how little you know.
Look at you. Surrounded by powerful people. You have people who's looking after you.
You know why? Because I genuinely cared. I didn't try to manipulate people. I didn't try to get my own way by any means. I did what I thought was best for them.
You want to know where that got
This
me?
is the consequences of your actions. That is my best friend there. What is he to you? Pawn? A lover?
I am very good at what I do. And the people who that I owe, they gave me this mission. I was supposed to bring him into the fold, keep him close, and not catch feelings.
You could discard him at any point.
I thought I could.
Well then, you're not very good at what you do. Because what I'm looking at right now is someone with regrets.
Of course I have regrets. That's all I have. Do you think I want to be this way? Do you think I made my life? No, I survived this way. I am only worth what I can give to other people, and if they see that I'm worth something, then they'll keep me around. So I became the best fucking thing in this city. I will follow them to the end. And he wasn't supposed to be this. He wasn't supposed to mean something.
Keep saying you become the best. You need to mean something, do something for people. That's not how you make a difference. The reason, as you say, I'm surrounded by such powerful people, it's not because I'm good, I'm useful to them. It's because they genuinely care. Because I genuinely care. If you genuinely cared about him, tonight wouldn't have happened the way it did.
If I can interject here, I would like to agree with Caché. If Caché wanted to just look after herself, she would have stayed in her house, drinking herself to death, instead of, actually going out and trying to figure out what was going on, getting herself in serious trouble with so many different people and different factions. And that's why we're all here. It's not about doing what's right just for yourself.
If I was to live the way that you were living right now, I could have killed Tarlyn for what I perceived he did to me. But in the end, I saw who he really was. I let him back in.
He knew you wouldn't turn on the military unless you saw it for yourself. I told him it was a stupid plan, that it was just wasting time, but he insisted.
He was right. I saw it. Look what I'm fighting for now. We should be on the same side. But you've just caused further fractions. How do we expect to hit our goal if everyone's working their own little tiny plan? No one sees the bigger picture.
We're fighting a unified enemy. In fact, we might be fighting two unified enemies.
Go on, roll a persuasion check, Caché. Advantage, because Al's helping.
Uh, 22.
Enya will not say much more. Her breathing is still kind of labored of just that emotional outburst. And she drops her dagger. Clinks on the ground.
I pick that up and just kind of put that away. Gently. Yeah. There we go.
Are you actually taking it, or are you like mage handing it?
I think I have mage. Yeah, I have mage hand, so I just mage hand it into my bag.
So I may leave all of you there on that very emotional, intense moment as we move back to Gizmo. Are you following those Scion threads?
I follow them. Deeper down the rabbit hole we go.
deeper down the rabbit hole. You move through sections of Tarlyn's life. You see him spending time as a refugee, slowly making his way as 20, 30, 40 other children make their way towards Manira. There is military guard from Avasha protecting these caravans as they move their way across the islands. And upon reaching Manira, he is reunited with what appears to be family members. You don't know exactly who, but you see a young, not young, kind of middle-aged, half-drow woman and an elvish man. They seem to embrace him. But there's something different on his face. That experience of Sinbaro, leaving it behind, has altered him. And over the next 6 years, you watch him slowly become just an absolute terror to those two people who brought him in. He is arrested, he protests, he breaks windows, he is just a little terror till he's 16. And his aunt and uncle are given a choice. Either he goes to the sky prisons and serves out his time, or he enlists in the military. At 16, he is drafted in, brought in, and begins basic training. And this is where the scion bits, they convolge almost. You can see that they were telling their own story like strings on an instrument, and you can kind of see those those moments of his youth, and then they all converge into one. And your manifest self, your organic form floats onto the deck of a skyship. And you see an older Tarlyn, maybe, I don't know, 18, 19, and a much younger Caché. Caché is currently reprimanding him, which doesn't seem anything different than how he usually is.
It's like that, I have that vision in my head, and it's just like, you know, a cutout of Caché doing the exact same motion to me once before, and I'm like, oh, that's familiar.
Okay, now I get it. Well, she's good at this.
I see it now.
What you notice, Tarlyn still has that kind of cheeky smile on his face. And Caché is being tough, firm, but there's just a little hint of a smile on her face. Like, you stupid idiot, I had to save your ass again. Like, that's kind of the vibe that you're getting. And you see that connection, how different it has transformed into what it is now. There's a respect that Tarlyn has for Caché, almost as if he's wanting to try to prove himself, but he'd never let her know it. But of course she sees it. But you know, it's like they both know, but they're not telling each other. And
it tracks military people.
You see other members of the crew. You see an air, I believe is Air Genasi, as the navigator. You see a construct that is walking on board, kind of taking note of some of the crew members, doing a little bit of wrapping of the wound. You see, you resonate with this construct as their designation being ROB, Rob. And I think those are the only two.
Like really, something about me really likes this robot. I just feel like a real connection to him.
Yeah.
He's really cool. I hope nothing bad ever happens to him. I'd be really disappointed.
I really hope that the air genasi doesn't get shot in the head and nearly die in one hit. Yeah, so you
I'm sure nothing bad happens to them ever.
Nothing bad happens to the Sol de Polaire, not at all. But what you do notice is the Scion colors, the fragments of code, are seeming to be leading in deeper into the ship. And as you make note of that, a massive explosion rockets the ship. And everything just moves to the side. You see immediately Tarlyn grab onto Caché and put himself in the line of fire almost instinctively. He doesn't even think about it. He is just in front of her. That is his air colonel. That explosion happens. The ship begins to right itself. The pilot is trying to settle the sails and the ship itself as it kind of rights back onto course. And you just hear, Mayday, Mayday! And some of the other crew members are running downstairs. It's Haytrix!
So which direction does the sign go? Does it go like deeper towards Haytrix, where they shout for Haytrix, or is it following Tarlyn?
It's seeming as if it is going in deeper into the ship towards Haytrix.
Yeah.
And Tarlyn immediately follows that path as well.
Right, okay. So yeah, I'm kind of like looking up for a second, trying to figure it out, see him like zipping by and just like straight after him.
You follow deeper into the ship. Smoke is funneling out around all of you. But you can, you're able to kind of see through it, and you can just... It's almost in this moment, too, because you're connected so vividly with Tarlyn, you can feel his emotions, you can feel his fear. One of his closest friends might be in danger. He can't lose anyone else. Better him than them. And he just rushes forward, and Caché is very close behind him. And they shove their way into the engine room. And Haytrix is, you see a younger Haytrix, currently bleeding out onto the floor, her arm blown off, seeming just a sheer accident seems to have happened. This is a dangerous life that the people have all chosen. Tarlyn immediately rushes down to her. But Caché's not rushing to Haytrix immediately. She's actually giving orders. She is the air colonel after all, so she is getting people into line, following the right orders, getting the engine fixed because she knows Tarlyn's got Haytrix. And so she's kind of moving through the getting people moving in the ship. And Tarlyn begins wrapping the wound and is holding Haytrix in his arms while Haytrix is slowly spinning in and out. And that's when you see the three fingers again straight into the back of his neck. This figure of the sovereign virus making him relive this.
So it's almost like everything is like moving time-wise, but then as we get to this point, everything's now frozen around this.
It's like frozen, yeah, it's stopped. And he's just holding Haytrix in his arms. And the virus itself is connected into the back of his neck.
I'm going to attempt to do the same thing I did before.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah,
Arcana check.
Arcana check. Also what I'm going to try and do this time, I'm not going to try and replace it with I'm not going to try and give him happy memories instead.
Okay.
I think what I'm going to try and do is have his perception of time move forward and accept that this has happened, but then see Caché for what she is now, see Haytrix for what she is now, and see that they have taken this experience and they have moved forward and they've become stronger because of it. And that while things haven't gone the way that they should have or could have, time moves forward. And kind of approach more from an acceptance kind of point of view.
Perfect. I love it. Arcana check. Wait, let me choose the DC. Did you roll?
Oh, I did,
Okay.
but like I can just not tell you until you picked
I'll make this one a 19 because it's
a 19.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I rolled for an Arcana check.
because it was 17 last time, so yeah, 19.
I rolled a 26.
Nelly.
Let me just check how long that Fortune's favor lasts.
An hour, I think.
I think it's a full day. I think you get it.
It lasts an hour. It lasts an hour.
Oh,
yeah.
last
Yeah.
an hour. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this is we're talking virus and like coding. This is happening pretty fast in your guys'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was a file loading window, gee.
You're like at 65% at this point. Please, just when if Gizmo wakes up, can he make the Windows sound?
Every time he wakes up, he's been making that noise. I want that to be canon.
All Caché is hearing at the moment is the internet, like the dial-up connection sound.
Yeah.
Oh, for our
That's-
90s
that's
listeners.
what Cisco virus sounds like, yeah. What a horrible thing. Yes.
What a horrible
so yeah,
thing to remember. 26.
26 million, yeah.
Easily done. You, just as you describe it, you help you remove this sickening connection with the sovereign virus and replace it with the knowledge of growth and development. And as the manifestation of the virus begins to fade away like it did before, like turning into like blocks almost of code and disappearing, its head just slightly turns towards you. And it vanishes.
It noticed me this time.
Green overtakes this space. And as this memory turns almost a soft rose, a moments of just holding on to Haytrix and seeing what she becomes, almost. You see this portion of Tarlyn's past begin to fade, and those scion lines move to one last part.
I take a digital sigh, breath, and follow on, and with a sense of apprehension of, I think this, everything has been going well so far, but this is I think where it's going to get difficult. Now we're getting into the core.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted you to say. Oh no. Wait. So hold on. Just to clarify, is my stealth still the same as it is like when I wear my armor, or is it more like when I'm like a little tiny fairy, or is it because I'm a manifestation?
You're right.
What are you?
Yes. No. Okay. Because I think we talked about this. If you were ever out of the suit, you actually use your fairy stats.
But am I out of the suit? This is
I don't know.
Weird. I don't know. I'm just asking. Just asking questions here.
I think you should just use Caché's stealth stat. It just makes the most sense.
Oh well, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Caché's in the room. Why not? Like it's just
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You know what?
I'm just gonna quickly, do the.
You do the do.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was gonna take lettuce because I need to do the do. She's staring at me as well. So, but just give me. So I'm gonna just do this while I said. But you go if you need to. I'm gonna do this instead. So you are correct. You are not in the suit. You are in your fairy form, but you're not really in your fairy form. You're more in a manifestation. So I'm gonna do the. You know how like barbarians can sometimes use their strength stat for their intimidation. So let's use your intelligence for your stealth.
That's So cool. Yes. Awesome.
Because-
So in that case, it would be. So I normally have +1 today, so I just have a +4 for my intelligence.
Perfect. So
Cool.
I would say use your intelligence stats basically instead of your physical stats.
Because I'm technically kind of living code right now.
Exactly. You're complete living code. Yes.
Okay. 18.
Okay. Good to know. I will make a note of that, and we will go feed our voids. Don't forget,
That's it.
kids, feed your voids.
Feed your voids. Or they'll consume your entire house and the galaxy we live in. That's how you get black holes.
This is how you get black holes. I'm gonna go back to Al and Caché.
Yes.
Very good.
I'd say it's been... I mean, you had a conversation there with Enya. It's probably been 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Gizmo has not moved. Tarlyn is... What you're noticing is every I don't know. You've seen it twice now, Caché. But there's a moment where his entire body seizes, as if he's being almost electrocuted in a way, and then his body relaxes again, and he's still just kind of staring up, eyes glassed over. Is there anything you two want to do?
Are the veins looking on him?
Veins on him.
Can I investigate and from what I see, get any gauge on how well Gizmo is doing?
You get the sense that... Go ahead and make me a intelligence check.
Okay.
just let's see.
Intelligence. Straight up, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a 10, so 15.
15. Okay. What you're noticing is that while the vein, there's still veins in his neck, they're not bulging as much, but what you notice is that the scion seems to be kind of dipping back a little bit, and there are, looking at the levels of his arm and where Gizmo's attached into it, you can see how some of the scion seems to be funneling into Gizmo and then looping in and going back into Tarlyn. It's like they're interconnected now, so they're sharing that, but it's slowly getting a greenish tint. So there's that kind of circulation almost.
But it's doing something. I hope it's good.
Me too. And does Tarlyn look to be in any pain in this process?
Roll me a medicine check.
18.
Severely, yes.
In that case, I'm going to put a hand on his face and cast Doze to try and sedate him so that he doesn't feel the pain physically.
Okay. Doze, is there a save to that? He can't make it anyway, but...
Doze there...
Maybe there's not. I can't remember. It's another homebrew spell.
Yeah, no, that's one that they have to choose to go under. It doesn't work if they don't let me do it. Yeah.
Got it. Well, at the moment he is completely... Is catatonic? Is that the right wword?
Comatose, practically, yeah.
Comatose? Yeah. So I'd say what you do notice is that while the tears are kind of once in a while still kind of forming down his face, the tension in his body seems to relax a little bit, and you just hear, "I'm sorry. I couldn't save her."
To be sorry. You saved everyone. It's possible.
Caché, where's your passive perception? Jesus. Al.
Perception?
Yeah.
13.
Okay. Your passive perception's 15, actually, Caché. Al, it doesn't need to be your passive perception. You just watch Enya slowly start to make her way towards Tarlyn and Caché. Is there anything you do?
Towards Enya and Caché.
Towards Tarlyn
Or
and
towards Tarlyn and
Caché.
Caché. Like, I'm not standing in between them at this point, am I?
You can if you want. You're kind of... This is your choice.
I mean, I'd like to think I was standing quite close to Tarlyn anyway to have a look to see how Gizmo was doing. Caché, Enya's Enya. Just making sure you're not planning on anything funny.
I just want to see if he's all right.
Do I believe her?
Roll an insight.
Okay, yes. 28.
Jesus.
I'm insightful.
Yeah, you are.
I feel, I don't think.
You feel... I just feel everything. Yeah.
Very clever feeling.
Yeah. You believe her.
Alright. Okay. You know what? I think I trust you. In this specific scenario.
I know you took my dagger, so if you need to hold it to my throat to make yourself feel better.
I don't think I could even press hard enough to puncture the skin. I strength slide other arcane means.
She moves past you, then Al kneels across on the other side of Caché. She doesn't look at you. He was always, angry. He wouldn't talk about what happened after the ship went down. I was supposed to make a serum for him and keep him angry. Not take away the pain, but I couldn't do that to him, and I had Matthias help me. He taught me everything I know, so...
But you didn't.
Didn't hear you, what?
So you didn't keep him angry. You didn't follow orders.
I kept him angry in other ways. It's not hard. He's easy to rile up.
What did you give him? Pain relief? Sedative?
Pain relief. Something, just to help. He was drinking and finding any other means to stop it. And I told Eliona that it would keep him in line.
Well, I mean, it
Which
did
am
for
I
a while.
believing? Sorry, Al?
I was just thinking, it did keep him in line for a while. But it wasn't the medicine, I suppose.
No, it wasn't.
Which am I believing, DM? Am I believing what she said before we put her under the modify memory?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I believing this now?
Well, I believe under the modify memory, she said that Tarlyn's pain was real and that she was supposed to keep him away from all of you and keep him in line.
And that she was giving him something.
And she was giving him something for the pain. Because I think you also asked, is it a placebo? And she said no.
Okay, so it's all technically aligning.
Yeah.
Technically.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So then, in that case, I would like to insight. Do I believe is there anything she's holding back now?
That's a very broad statement.
Okay, is she holding
What's the most
something back? Do I feel like she's
embarrassing
holding something?
story?
Not what she's holding back. Is she holding back?
Yes. There is things that she's afraid to say out loud to make them real.
Things like her
Actions
feelings
aren't.
for Tarlyn.
Hmm?
Things like her feelings for Tarlyn. Those kinds of things.
Perhaps.
And this isn't the action of someone who's following those orders. These seem to be the actions of someone who cares. Perhaps what you said earlier wasn't who you are. Perhaps you're more like us than you want to admit. Perhaps you don't need to do whatever you need to do in order to be useful. Perhaps you can just do things for the good of others.
Roll me another persuasion check. At advantage.
Another 22.
Nice.
I'm sorry. Have you guys gone from absolutely despising this woman to... What is...
To be seen.
Look, we need allies. Don't like her, but we can still work with her.
Yeah.
You don't make peace with your friends.
Yeah. Caché also can't see a world where Tarlyn was so completely like bombasted that he didn't see some truth. she trusts Tarlyn to some degree that he's seen enough to go that there's something there, and she's going to see if there is something there.
Okay. I will leave you two there. Gizmo.
Hi. I'm Gizmo. I like to build robots.
And fuck with people's heads?
Technically, there aren't.
Fair. Okay. Gizmo. This next part isn't going to be pleasant. Rolling well enough to try to stealth your way through this next section, it becomes glaringly obvious that part of you wonders how Tarlyn's still alive. After the Saut de Polaire went down, he landed on his back on the deck of an Imperial ship, watching his entire crew go up in flames. The ship smash into the Halcyon, the Imperial ship, and both plummet into his city of Sinbaro. Once more up in flames. He has lost his arm, he has lost Caché, he has lost his crew, and he is swarmed by Imperial soldiers. What transpires over the next 3 years, what transpires over the next 3 years is relentless. You thought it was bad watching Venom tear the fingernails off of the lieutenant. This is way worse. They didn't fix Tarlyn's wound to the point where it would start to heal on its own. Actually, they kept reopening it and then suturing it back up, breaking a few ribs here and there, getting him to the point where the pain was so bad that he would do anything. Now, he never broke. That was the one thing, and you can see it on the faces of these Imperial spy masters. They're annoyed that he won't break, that he won't share the inner workings of the Avasha military. Or even just give them anything. He spits in their face through the pain. He bites them. He claws at them with the only hand he has left. He is a wild animal caged. But that pain, that's his breaking point. And you relive the moments where he was forced to torture his own crew members. Those who did survive the fall and land on other Imperial ships. For a brief reprieve from the pain, he would make them speak. And he hated himself for it. And then it just got to a point where he was broken. And Gizmo, you find that angry, rageful, guilt-ridden Tarlyn kneeling in a pile of bodies of his own making, with the sovereign virus plugged into the back of his neck, and look up at you as you approach. I wondered when you'd find me.
I wondered when you'd reach out. Surprised you let me get this far.
We wondered how far you'd go.
You know, I wondered the same thing myself. But if you've showed me anything, all of these torturous images, it's that this man deserves to live on, to use what he's endured for the benefit of others. And I want to make sure that I end whatever it is you're doing to him.
To what end? He is broken. You see there. And there's that image of him, that caged animal almost, that rage that you've seen on his face that comes through, and then he pulls it back.
In that moment, I think back to where all of this kind of started for me. And you see as like the sort of glitchy like image that had of the fairy wings, the one of the wings kind of fizzles, and it's replaced with that clockwork, that thing that he built a long time ago, and his voice just rings out clear. And what the fuck is wrong with being broken?
Still connected into the back of Tarlyn with its fingers. You watch as the body of the puppet master pulls forward dark, shadowy tendrils like the razor wire he used before. Then stop me.
I'm going to just try and dart straight forward for him.
Okay.
I'm going to try and use my small size, try and duck and weave.
Okay. 3 attacks are coming towards you.
Okay, question. What is my AC? I'm not in my armor. What? Is it just whatever my armor is?
I think we should continuing to use your intelligence. So your AC is buffed by your intelligence at the moment.
Oh wow, so it's higher.
I'd say so, because you're also fairy.
Oh.
Tiny, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, 1 second.
I think your AC as a fairy is pretty high. But I think again we'll
it's
keep
limited.
using
It's
your
limited by the
intelligence.
armor, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, awesome. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 3 attacks are coming your way. First one is a 4.
No.
11. Okay,
No.
Second attack. That's better. 23 to hit.
Just misses.
Third attack is another 4. What is happening? I feel like the dice just don't want anything to go right. Okay.
They want Tarlyn to live.
They want Tarlyn to live. So in this cinematic almost moment, you fighting for a fellow broken soul that you say deserves to live. you duck and weave. How does this feel? What does it look like? You are dodging these almost like shadowy and like scion type razor wires that just plunge towards you. What do you do after each
I feel
phase?
like there's like almost like a aspect of this, of like he's fighting for control of this space just as much. So some of it's dodging and weaving, but some is like almost live manipulation of the code of the world that's around them, so that it bends around him, and it's kind of just this very like one-on-one, almost like wizard's battle, but in a very like cyber.
Yeah,
It's kind of it's style.
Tron,
So
like all these
yeah,
neon lights.
so getting through. How close am I to them now?
I'd say you're in touching distance. It's
I'm gonna reach out and. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna reach out, put my hand on it, and it's kind of like it's less that I'm trying to override it now. It's more sort of like now I'm trying to just hold it in place so it's not doing any more to Tarlyn, and I'm gonna try circumvent it. I'm gonna try and use its connection to Tarlyn to speak to him, but as if he's been isolated and bypass it through, and I'm gonna try and communicate to him and say, it doesn't matter if you think you're broken. It doesn't matter if you think you shouldn't be the one to have made it. It matters. You know that it only matters the next steps we take. We've all been through a lot. You more than most, I accept that, but it's what you choose to do, what you've already endured, to make sure no one else ever has to go through the same thing again.
okay.
And I'm going to just try and reach out the similar way before.
Similar way. Okay. So, I was going to make this last DC quite high. But with your encouraging words and that willingness to fight for someone, to show that you care and that you see him for what he is, instead of the DC being 30, it's going to be 25.
Well, I know that's good, because 30 would have been pretty much impossible for me. So that makes it possible. Thank you as well too for the reminder. Okay. Straight roll?
Arcana.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm nervous.
That is an 11. Plus 9.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a flash of genius for a plus 5
To
to
make
get me
it.
to exactly 25.
Oh my god. Oh, Nelly. All the stops.
If you like as well too, what I would love for this one too, because it's the flash of genius at the end.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to come at this where it's actually a moment where Gizmo gets pushed back, it almost beats him, but it's the last second he's able to push through.
Yeah, I'd say if you're okay with it, I love the idea of Gizmo, your form is being pushed back, and the reason why is because that razor wire is like wrapping around you and slowly consuming you, and you are able to just reach back out one last and grab on and distort the code. It loses its traction in Tarlyn. And the virus is completely wiped out, overridden by your glowing green verdant code. You are shot back into your body, I'd say at that point, Gizmo. And so Tarlyn does the same. He just, as your connections come apart.
Well, you're alive.
Never had any doubt.
The eyes, I think, kind of flicker for a second, like, and fully come on fully. Whoa. That was trippy, to say the least.
What happened? What did you see?
I guess, hard to describe, but some kind of cyber interface, clock mechanic. I don't actually know. I never witnessed anything like it before. I need to make notes about this. I need to research. Tarlyn. I turned around. I looked at him to see how he's doing.
I don't hear it anymore in my head. This, my hands are tied. That gnawing voice. I could feel you. Almost see you in a way in all of those moments. That was weird.
Yeah, well, hopefully we never have to do a repeat of that.
Yeah.
Seems like it was a one and done, and whatever was afflicting you is
it gone?
removed. I think I got every trace of it.
Thank you. I don't know. I don't know how to repay you.
You know.
Yeah, I guess I do. Yeah, right. Can you untie me, Caché? All the ropes.
I look up and is Enya still there?
She is. She did take a step back though once you both kind of came to, and she's standing back up, she's taken a few steps back, mainly because Tarlyn is focusing on you and kind of breathing heavy, and then just immediately looks to Caché and kind of, you alright? He's kind of looking at your throat, which is bruising just slightly.
At my throat.
Yeah.
I'm good. Don't worry about me. I just got to see you. Gizmo, I don't know how to thank you.
It's fine. I knew he had a bit more fight left in him. I might just turn to Enya just a moment and kind of walk up to her. Stand over, looking down at her for a moment. And then I'm gonna offer a handout to shake.
There's definitely a moment where she hesitates, and it's not a I don't want to shake your hand. It's a struggle to trust. And Caché, I'd say, with your senses, there's a flood of fear. What if you turn on me? What if I turn on myself? It's just a minefield of fear from her. And she kind of doesn't quite know what to do.
I see like her hesitating. I will take a knee so that my eyes are like more eye level with her, and then I'll continue to hold my hand out.
After everything.
Because of it.
Hand shaking, she grips yours.
I kind of have the thumb like kind of come over, holding firm, but not at all in any way aggressive or to hurt. And I'll just say, I'll look over to Tarlyn and I'll say, what's it all worked for? Turning, backstabbing, lying, stealing, cheating. If you don't have someone there, that person that you care about, that cares for you, what's the point of all of it, to any of it?
I don't know anymore.
Well then, good, you finally caught up, you're like the rest of us.
So you're not going to kill me?
I mean, I'm not going to. I can't speak for anybody else, but I realized recently that there are people out there who just want to see the world burn, or want whatever it is that they can take for themselves. But the only way you can see the difference between them and the ones who genuinely just had a bad hand in life is to offer a hand out. You'd be surprised how many are willing to take it.
I was going to ask for another persuasion check. But I'll be honest. At this point, it doesn't really matter what the dice say because that hits for her. And it's in that moment, Gizmo, that you see a woman who has hidden her fear behind a mask. Mask of confidence, of suave, of always being in control, because if she's ahead of everyone, no one can hurt her. And she just holds onto your hand with that mask dropped for the moment. And as she holds your hand, she looks at Tarlyn. And he looks up at her. And Al, Caché, Gizmo. There is love between the two of them.
This is really fucked up.
Yes,
really
but what
sweet
isn't?
as
And I'll kind of seeing that, like I'll kind of let go of her hand, but at the same time, just giving the slightest of nudges. Just go that way.
she'll drop down to him and just there's a few tears. You hear Caché because you're closest. I'm assuming you're still right there next to Tarlyn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You just hear her repeat over, "I'm sorry." And there's a little bit of a smile on his face. "I'll make you pay for it later." And he kind of looks towards you, Caché, and just says, "Now, are you two gonna get along?"
Maybe not on everything, but we're not going to kill each other.
Yeah. I think we're more alike than I'd even like to care to admit.
Enya will hear in her head though. Please tell him the truth, Enya. He deserves it. He can take it. He won't run away.
Okay. For the next hour, Al, Enya will share her story. Now, what's funny is the three of ye are kind of like lie detectors. Because you kind of already know. So when she tries to kind of, not in a malicious way, but because she's having a hard time admitting things, you might just
steer her in the right direction. Yeah.
Exactly. But instead of having this full conversation between the two of them, I will say that she admits to everything. She admits that she was planted basically to seduce him, and well, not so much seduce, actually, just bring him in, get him cleaned up, get him into the Avashalirium, get him fired up, and then she started to fall for him, and then it just kind of spiraled, and then it all got mixed up and everything got complicated, and then and then she got jealous because he was going after Caché.
Is that how it actually ended? It ended with
Yeah, it's emotional. It's intense. There's tears, and there's moments where Tarlyn kind of looks like, "Fuck, bitch, I was used," and then then he calms down again. There's a lot. In the next hour or so, again, Enya admits to everything, and that it was all orchestrated by Eliona, who wanted a backup fail-safe if the political sides of things weren't working. Was it personal attack towards Tarlyn? No, it was using the pawns that she had, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get the sense from Enya that Eliona is like, "Kill Tarlyn." Not at all.
It's not personal, it's just business.
It's business. That this woman is about business. And she has something on Enya to kind of be like, "You're doing this, and no questions asked," kind of thing. So that's kind of the vibes that you get.
What was it that she had on Enya again? Did she tell us?
You do actually, yeah. No, so I will say she admits that the man who adopted her, is very entwined with Eliona, and while basically it was on kind of the down low that Aliona's like, you want to keep your dad safe, you want to keep you safe, you work for me.
Yeah. Right.
And I will say, to end out the admitting and coming clean about everything. Again, you guys had to steer her a little bit into things. She will admit that her adoptive father is Matthias.
Oh.
And that's where we'll end
Well,
tonight.
Interesting.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
We finally have in-game revelation that we have the same adoptive father.
Yep.
Wow.
Interpretasting.
Oh, what?
I could have called her sister.
Hey, little sis.
Fuck off. But I wonder if that's why.
Enya-chan.
I wonder if
Yeah,
that's
you're glad
how
you're
she
the
knew
only
where to
sister.
hit you so hard.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense. Oh my gosh, this is what an episode. I do apologize.
What a
I do
game.
kind of feel like I took over a lot of the talking there, but what a fucking game that was.
No, there were some great moments
Whoa.
with Enya and Caché and Al. Holy shit, guys, that was. You were just supposed to fight a panther.
I know this. Where it started and where we ended up is were very, very diverging.
Very different. Like.
And that was such a guess as well at the start, like that would work. Like it could have been, like you could have very easily been like, oh, what, it's locked onto something like that. It tracks it right, and I was like, oh well, at least then she's up here, and I was just kind of thinking like, oh, like at least we're attacking from a group point. I was thinking that this thing probably didn't have like range attack or an area attack, and didn't do that. I was kind of like thinking that way more than anything, but then. Yeah, it actually is just protecting this area.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that I think the doorman even told you all, don't go into the vineyard. Like, just stay up in the
I
gardens.
do actually,
Like,
I do remember that, yeah.
Just don't go past the temple. Because, yeah, something's guarding it, basically. Keep thieves away and stuff.
And happily we finally broke Enya down.
What?
He's in the bungalow.
I thought you guys were gonna kill her tonight.